You know what I mean? So I have to just bear with my voice for a bit. You know what I mean? Yes, so sex slaves in Jamaica. We're going to touch upon that, and we have a broader problem of human trafficking. But we are going to read this article where in the Observer, you know what I mean, where this woman tell you about her experience in Jamaica, where she was basically tricked that she was going to get a job, you know what I mean, and them force her into prostitution in Jamaica. All right, so watch this now. A sex slave grisly tale. See? Well-oiled operation involved police, doctor, nurse, nail tech, says woman trafficked for over a year. Over a year she go through this, you know. All right, read this now. It started out as an innocent response of a desperate single mother of 3 boys to a newspaper ad beckoning attractive young female to work as masseuses for a respectable establishment. You know what I mean? So them put out ads in the newspaper to attract young, attractive, and me see ads in the newspaper like this already too, you know. You see it? Where them attract young, attractive young lady to work as masseuse. You get what me I say? Yeah, no for them I'll know if you probably take up a Gleaner article, you see one. You see it? But this is this lady experience where she said, me read it. Little did then 26-year-old woman know the evil that is masked until she found herself held against her will, trapped with other young women in an established corporate area community as a sex slave for well over a year. So, in a established corporate area community mean is a community where we all trod, we know it, and we probably look and say, yo, all right, I be established businesses upon them stretcher, you know what I mean? But little do we know that behind the scenes in a many of them so-called business places there are, you know what I mean, factories, whatever it be, them are all young girls against them will, and I use them as sex slaves in a Jamaica. Yeah. Continue reading. It is the kind of situation for which the Jamaican government has been criticized by the United States in its Department of State 2020 Trafficking in Persons report for Jamaica. According to the Americans, which American are better still, you know, Jamaica does not fully meet the minimum standard for the elimination of trafficking. However, it is making sufficient efforts to do so. Alright. The report also said the government has demonstrated increased efforts. Alright, let me jump past that because I don't know how them a comment our government as if them a do nothing about it. How much women go missing and you know what I mean, we still can't find them. Anyway, let me jump to the meat of the matter. See? Alright. This is a fact that no 38-year-old knows only too well. Alright. Unveiling her story as a guest on a virtual talk show, Art to Art, recently, the survivor shared how a life of child sexual abuse by relative and family friends, spanning years, which saw her being made homeless at 15 years of age by her father and stepmother. This. Alright, many of we young ladies them a get molested in the home them, see? And you see, because of this, because of them something here, we as a nation put them in a situation where them can fall or get trapped in a situations like this. Because imagine a young girl who have been molested almost all her life, see? She not have no care and no love for herself. Anything, any type of opportunity she can get, she a go take. She not nobody a care and a watch over her. You know what I mean? Any opportunity she can get, she a go take. So that is the next thing we need to address. You know what I mean? Which me want to go to isupk.com. You know what I mean? Because we address them thing there. You know what I mean? And we put forth solution for them something there. You see it? Because too much of that is happening in our country. You know what I mean? And in our communities as black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know what I mean? We do too much of them something there where it a destroy we young people them. And then the generation coming after, we say, look pan her, she want little or she want this and she want that. Or them a this and that. Not knowing that where them go through in them household cause this result. Anyway, continue reading. You know what I mean? Subjected to a vicious rape from which she became pregnant and struggled to feed herself and her children. Made her the unwitting victim and the perfect poster child for traffickers. You see it? Fleeing one rural community after an enraged farmer friend set fire to the board dwelling in which she and her 3 children live, she resolved to end her hellish existence by seeking a job which required the least qualification. So, you know what I mean? She never got to school or nothing. She not no qualification certain way. So when she see that job here in a newspaper, she happy, she glad. You get me? As she had none being a high school dropout. See there? I found a newspaper, saw a job advertisement for a masseuse. You know, you thought this was like what you saw on TV. That's what she said. I called the number. The young lady said, don't worry about it. You don't need to have any experience. We will teach you. It's a sure job. Yo, you have to watch out for enough of them agency there too, you know, cause you see them agency there where you offer your bag juice company and box juice company job. And them same thought they then give, you know. Say, yeah man, a sure job man, you have to forget it man. Not knowing that them might be a part of this ring. We need to look into that, is it? Come to half a tree that the woman tell her say she for do. When you get here, call this number. Somebody will come and pick you up. She shared to a transfixed audience. Alright. Thinking this was the break she needed, she made plans for her children to be cared for and left for the location. She was picked up as promised, and another young woman was also taken on board during the journey. Everything was normal up to the point, but what was strange was that it was not your typical office building. It was like a house. But when I looked on the street where this place was, I kind of pushed the doubt out of my mind. So, you know what I mean? She realized, say, yo, that place here don't look like a business place. It look like somebody yard. But when she look and see the rest of building them on the street, she said, you know what I mean? Yeah, that just maybe, you know what I mean, a good business them at the on the street or so. You know, maybe that just me, is it? Alright. When we go inside, they showed us where to sit and told us somebody would come and be with us. I was talking to the receptionist and telling her I have never done anything like this before. And she was saying, don't worry, you are going into training just slack here right now. They will show you what to do. See? They asked us if we brought our IDs. Now listen to this. TRN, tax registration number. I said yes. They said, you can leave your bag. That was the trick to take away our identity, she said. So, they make sure tell them so if you carry them documentation card. Them know so when them come, them are going to just take them documentation and destroy it and you never hear from the young ladies them again. You understand? So, hey, we don't need to look out for this. And we need for, you know what I mean? We as a people, we need to see if we can get them shit out of our country. You know what I mean? Because look how much the young lady go missing on a daily. See? And many of them don't come back home or nobody can find out where them there. What happened to them? You have to think about them something there, you see it? Them think they can't continue. You know what I mean? Continue reading. Alright. By the time the other red flag came, they were already in too deep. When we got into the room, there was a bed in there. The gentleman said, take off your clothes. I started to look around. I said, okay, where is the changing room? And he said, no, man. Right, yes, sir. Yeah, do it. She shared. I said, okay, so where is the clothes to put on? He said, you are going to be naked. She should even go farther than that still, you know. Me nah bash her or nothing, you know, because, you know what I mean? She ignorant, she don't know what go on still. But from you hear the boy say, yo, I saw you change. You should have known, say, boy, this is not a established or a professional establishment. A tie that a red flag, you want to move and go up your way, you know. You know, have no more question for you ask, you just cut. You see it? But she probably never expect and hear what. See more while desperation make you ignore them red flags there, you see it? So at that reach her, she need the money so much, she need a job so much that something where she would have never, you know what I mean, accept, she have to just overlook right now, cause you know what I mean, I saw it thinks it. Alright. So the other girl who was with me said, I am leaving. And I was like, this is not what we came for, so we are leaving. And that was when the gun came out. So the brother pop off a weapon, is it? The other girl started to cry. My motherly instinct kicked in and I was trying to calm her, telling her, just do what they say and we will get out of here. You know what I mean? Nothing like that happened. We had to be there doing all sort of stuff. So you don't know them, rape them basically. There was no escape. One of the things they did was give you a name. So them change all them names. So that is the purpose of them telling you to bring your documentation, you know. So them can get rid of your documentation. So if nobody come and find you, them now have no way to identify you, to say, yo, are you a such and such, where them a look for. You know what I mean? So them give them a name, a different name. They take everything. You could not leave this place, she said. It was the start of an experience that not even her life on the street prepared her for. You know what I mean? All right. Have you ever been to a restaurant and they gave you like a menu? This is what they had with all of these different things that the men would choose. So, you know what I mean? Them give out the woman them like a menu. Like you go to a restaurant and you order this and you order that, you order chicken gravy and with your curry gravy with the chicken and them little thing there. So the man them a hand out the woman them, I use them, you get me? As sex slave. And where them learn this from? Oh, we as a people pick up them habit here. Over in Europe, them thing they go on in America, you know. You know what I mean? Where them kidnap children from the third world country them and ship them off to them big country and then use them as sex slave, you know. And we as Jamaicans pick up them habit there. You know what I mean? And don't feel no way if some tourists they behind them thing at all. You know what I mean? Don't feel no way. Pre this now. May I continue read. Alright. And you would have to perform all these things whether you want to do it or not. They would stop at nothing. I saw girls being beaten, so them beat the girl them too. These men would put on some huge rings, so the man them put on a ring. And them thing are something where you see in a show. So you know say, I know we invent them something like some boy, some foreigner bring down them style there. You get what I say? So you know say, I not necessarily our structure that. I know we invent that something there. Some, you know what I mean? Somebody there behind this. You know what I mean? And we can better say this is a part of a bigger thing where human trafficking is concerned. You see it? Alright, may I continue. Sorry if I cut the article every minute. Alright. She said, I saw girls being beaten. These men would put on some huge rings and they would beat the girls. If you try to escape, they would lock you up for days and not feed you. You understand? All of these things, and this is right here in Kingston. Kingston this a go on, you know. And a foreign shall tell you about, you know, in a some deep rural community, you know. Just down there so, you know. You know what I mean? Somewhere down so, you know. You jump on a bus and you reach quick, you know. Kingston. You know what I mean? I knew of 3 locations Kingston, Ocherius, and Montego Bay. You had the worst, Slakia. You had the worst that you could think of, she said. It was a well-oiled operation, she said. And the clientele raised eyebrows. All right, so now it will get interesting, is it? You know what I mean? The country is not what you think. It's a little fuck up place. You know what I mean? It's a shag up place, this. Listen, you had men in high society who would come, men who would leave from abroad, you know, to come. And these persons are organized. It's not something that was cooked up overnight. You get to hear what she said? This thing was organized. Listen, you go hear what kind of people involved in this thing. See? You had persons coming in to do our ear. So you have hairdresser involved. See? Or nails. You have nail tech involved. You could buy clothes. You had doctors and nurses. I want to listen that clearly, you know. You had doctors and nurses. So you had professional people. People with doctorate. You understand? People who are doctor. You know what I mean? Who, if you go to the doctor or to the clinic, at them cater to you. You understand? Them people are involved. Also, that's what the young lady has said. You understand? Continuing. And guess what? You had the police. So you also had police. See? She told, what is? Astounded guests. You understand? The authority figured, she said, were very well aware of what was going on. So she said the authority figures, she said, so the authority figures where she encountered during this profession or this enslavement where she got through. See? Them knew what go on, them knew everything. Them is not a surprise. You understand? The doctors would come in if there was an abortion or something to be done. So, you see, if one of the girls them get pregnant in the process, you know what I mean? Them get doctors for abort the baby. Just think about that, you know. You understand? For abort the baby, them get a professional doctor for come abort the baby. You see it? This is Jamaica, you know. You know what I mean? Them say Jamaica is not a real place. Well, when I find out, say, yo, a be a fuckery go on in another place, yeah. Alright. Continuing. Slakia, where me there? Yeah. Nurses would come in to give us injection to stop our menstrual cycle. So, them a deal with the thing professional and on a lower level. You get what me I say? So, them kidnap these girls, have them a perform sexual activities against them will, but at the same time, them have professional people where make sure say them, you know what I mean, them up to the standard and all them, you know what I mean, if carry out them akia. You see it? Continuing. And if there was somebody who got beat, the nurse would come in to dress those wounds. So these nurses are well aware that the girls are being beaten. These doctors are well aware because them come dress the wounds. You understand? These people are very much aware, she stated. Alright. I saw girls being broken in where they would try to get the girls to conform to their rules. Girls just being beaten, being locked up in the dark room for 2 and 3 days, not getting any food, so them starve the girl them to, you know what I mean, not getting to shower, and this is happening right here in Jamaica, she continues. So where our politicians them, where our government, where our police are do about this, them involved. It's the only way I can explain why something like this. Alright. So you find ways for crack down upon gangs and put how much gang leader behind bar and all. 20 man a get arrested one time for one gang. You know what I mean? And you find guns and you know what I mean? You lock up lot of scammers, which me nah say is wrong. But on the darker note, on a more sinister level, where many of these official people are involved in things like this. Why aren't we hearing about arrests make made. You know what I mean? Why aren't we hearing that people are going to jail for these things? You know what I mean? This is gruesome. And this should not happen. You know what I mean? Amongst our people. We should not stand and make this thing happen. You know what I mean? Alright. Alright, continuing. She said, I recall her shock encounter with one of those sworn to serve and protect. I remember my first night where I went into this room and they showed us a panic button we would press. So them give all them panic button, you know what I mean, where they can press in case a client get out of hand, then press the panic button. See? If you are uncomfortable with anything these men would do. So I pressed and here comes the police. See? And I am like, oh yes, I am rescued. I remember he asked what it was and I told him and he said, that you call me in here for? She recalled. So the police forward when she pressed the panic button because she never feel comfortable with one of the client them. See? And the police come and she thinks she get rescued. And the dog come in and I say, yo, that you call me in here for? So I'm a part of the thing. So you can imagine she has said no, she don't have no hope. Because if the police involved, how she go get away? How she go escape? You understand? Alright, watch this. So everybody knows this thing is happening. This ad is in our daily newspaper. So them ads are still there in the newspaper even now. So why aren't these ads being filtered? You know what I mean? Alright, me tell you something. Anybody can put an ad in the newspaper, you know. Me tell you that straight, you know. There's no filtration, you know. So it is easy to attract, you know what I mean, unwitting young ladies, you know what I mean, for respond to ads like this, where them turn up and you never hear from them again. It's easy because there's no filtering where we're putting ads in the newspaper. Like if you say, see, yeah, people for your job, you have a job offering. The newspaper don't ask you where your job is, you know, where you're located. You know, you sign up a thing, but them not verify nothing. You get what I say? Them don't verify a thing. So anybody can put a murderer can put a job application in the newspaper and attract people for just murder them. Say, show up at this location at such a time for your job interview. We are hiring. It pays such and such amount. And you turn up and them just kill you or kidnap you and take you away. Anybody can do that. So, what the point? Continuing. So she said, everybody know when I eventually Slovakia, I lived that for a year and about 7-8 months when I eventually got the chance to leave. I remember coming home and I slept for about 2 weeks. She confided. Means say yo them have her sex her out non-stop. You understand? Them have her pass her around for, you know what I mean, to them clientele non-stop, no rest. That is the hell where she did have to go to or go through. You see it? Continuing. That escape was part of the divine arrangement. That escape was part of the divine arrangement, through which her scarred life Slakia began transforming. I think somebody probably leaked the location because the owner just came, said he had to leave, and those who wanted to come with him could. And those who want to go could. As scary as it sounds, a lot of the girls went with him. So he brought the girl them so much that, you know what I mean? And remember, you know, I forced them girl I get forced initially, you know. You see it? In the beginning, then get forced and beaten, you know. And you see after, when the cover get blown, and them have to cut, see, many of the girls them cut with them. Because them broke the girl them so much and you know what I mean, give them so much trinkets after them broke them, after them abuse them give them. It's like it's Stockholm syndrome. Again, the abuser, you know what I mean, obtaining the mercy and the trust of the abuse. Stockholm syndrome, man. You see it? Continuing. We were paid, and because the money is good, a lot of the girls went where the money was, and a few of us up to go home, she said. You know what I mean? According to the U.S. State Department report, Jamaica officials investigate 41 potential sex trafficking cases and 2 labor trafficking cases, compared with 36 cases of sex and labor trafficking investigated. Alright, so that story there is very gruesome. Very, very gruesome. Zin? Like this happen under everybody knows right now in Jamaica. And me can guarantee you, so the official them don't even care about, you know what I mean, fixing this problem. You know what I mean? Because many of them involved. You understand? Many of the clientele them come from foreign. So don't be surprised if this is a part of tourist attraction. Don't be surprised if this is a part of tourist attraction. This is probably a part of the tourist board strategy for bring more tourists to the island by taking away your young ladies. Don't put it far from them. Remember, say a slave will come here, a slave ship will come here upon. But I feel say Jamaica is this nice place. Want to see nothing nice, boy? Yeah? Alright. I say that to say this, though. See? This, in many cases, them young lady, them no, I know in a town, them there, or in a Mobi, or in a Ochi, you know. Europe, them send them on all over the world, you know. Many of the young girls, them we see missing, you know. Many of the time, Europe and enough of them place that them send them, you know, for be sex slave, and we don't know the hell with them girls they have to go through, you know, some terrible situation, you know. You see it? So, boy, I don't know what to say, but this is just a highlight or a look on what Jamaica really is. You know what I mean? Don't look on the country like it have no good or no good place to go. That country are built on corruption, and it will get demolished on corruption. You understand? So, yeah, we cover the story them we want to cover. What do you think? You know what I mean? Give the video a like. You know what I mean? Subscribe. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Give the video a like, subscribe. Is what I say. Here, I'm going to do phone, though. I'm going to jump over in the news right now. You know what I mean? I just go and live stream the news. So who subscribe for watching news can just go and pre it. You see it? Yeah, I remember. Click the like button, subscribe. You know what I mean? When you click the like button, we reach more people. You see it? Yeah, man. So, thanks for watching. And you don't know anything going on. Shalom. You see it?